How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Let's get it in. Let's get it in. Today, we're back. New announcements. We are back with another 3-day land flipping challenge that we are proud to present. That 3-day land flipping challenge goes down on the 27th. Let's check the calendar to make sure I'm giving you the correct date, but I believe that is going to be on the 27th. I am correct. Next land flipping challenge. Why is this important, right? Why is these land flipping challenges important? Because you get a chance to come and spend 3 whole days with us. We get a chance to drop or put a lot of information and knowledge in front of you to get you acquainted to what this world or what this business has to offer. So if you're just coming on the call, comment that word soil, and that'll send you a link to get you registered. I hope you guys have had a really, really good, productive day. Me, it's been a traveling day. We're back coming off the road, and we're in that season. We're in that season of moving around and traveling. Moving around and traveling for us, good things happen when we move around and travel. Meaning that you have to get away from where you reside at. You will not the reputation that you have built wherever it is that you reside at. They do not know the new you, nor do they care to know the new you or the new endeavors that you are engaging in, right? Your reputation is who they know you by, and that's who they want. They want that old thing back. Miss me with the new. So that's why you have to leave the nest, go make new relationships. I promise you, your business partner, probably on the other side of the globe, you have to leave the nest when you're looking to do something significant. All right. Interesting topic in the land world. I did a post today. I just got off my community call, and we gave away a free course inside of that community. You got to be behind the closed doors, right? Stand a chance. We've been giving. Last week we had our 1 acre giveaway. We gave away 1 acre, and we gave away free tickets to AJ McQueen's tour. Today we gave away a free course. Gave away a free course. We didn't announce it on social because it was exclusively for the community, right? So I don't want to confuse you. We do have two communities, right? This was my lower tier community, only $4.99 a month. And that is for people to come in and get a feel for who we are and to congregate with like-minded people that have interest in land conversations, land topics, and land investing. So I understand that these are entry-level investors. So we give once a month, we do a free course giveaway inside of that community. I was just having a conversation with them with what I'm going to have a conversation with you about: growth patterns. What's a growth pattern, and why is that important when it comes to land investing? Highly important, right? Growth patterns will depict how much money is coming into an area. How much money is coming into an area would depict how much you should invest in that area. If you stumble upon a growth pattern and you have the knowledge to recognize that you're in one, you should probably put it in park and park some money there. Highly suggest that you do that. Let me put this into layman's terms for you, and we'll dive deeper into it. In layman's terms, I had a friend in 2015. He bought 30 acres in South Fulton. South Fulton is where Atlanta, Georgia is, right? That is the Mecca culturally for us. If you not or have not studied how Atlanta, Georgia, or Fulton County has worked for the last 30 years, you may not, just don't know. You just don't know what you don't know. But you could attest to that. You've seen it grow. We all understand that. We've seen it grow. So it's been in a growth cycle for the last 3 decades. And it continued. Let me explain. 2015, South Fulton, 30 minutes away from the city, there was nothing out there. And this is all Atlanta has been doing since day one. It was nothing out there. So he got 30 acres for $300,000. Nothing there. 10 years later, a lot of things has came into the area. An influx of things have come into the area. Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts. Ding, ding. Indication that this is going through a growth spurt because major corporations, Amazon has 2 warehouses out there. Major corporations, they don't pull up to areas that's not up and coming. Major corporations and food chains, like the ones that I explained, they go by something called a traffic count, meaning that in order for McDonald's to pull up to an area, their traffic count is somewhere around 1 million cars a day need to pass that location. So once we start to move like this, and we can, I don't want this to go over anybody's head because this is not genius information. It's just information and data points that you fail to study because it's probably not cool to you, right? Because if you could learn a hip hop record and know the words of it, go to the concert, yell and scream, know every moment and drop of the beat and everything else, you could damn sure learn this. And that's the problem why you don't learn this, because your focus is somewhere else. I'm not mad at you. I too have been there. I just decided to shift my attention elsewhere. That's all I'm saying. And I advise you to shift yours somewhere else because the things that you probably focus on is not focused on you. And there's probably not a financial benefit or gain that you can take from the things that you're indulging in. Stop me when I'm lying. So anyway, when you see that major corporations are investing in an area, that indicates that something is coming. And it did. So 10 years ago, I stated he got it for $300,000. Fast forward 2026, that same property that he lived on with his family for the past 10 years, he didn't do anything different to it. He didn't put any structures on it. He didn't do he didn't add the Taj Mahal to it. He's now listed on the market for 4.5. He's turned down a $3.7 million offer. And that's called the advantage of being in a growth pattern. And this will continue to happen time and time again. It has happened this way for the longest. Once we wake up and understand how the game is being played, then we can participate. Why do you think the areas that have the growth patterns, it's not attractive to you? There's a reason why. That thing that you laugh at, that you call in the middle of nowhere, there's no lights out there. It just looked like woods out there. If you understood, because they know that they can make it look like whatever they want it to look like. That same area that I just explained, it looked the same way, just like woods. Break down, and I give the example of Atlanta because that's where we're concentrated at. Those same areas that you're frequenting today, it looked the same way, like nothing. Stockbridge, Alpharetta, and all of these places that's around the city, headed north, south, east, or west, it looked like nothing. By the time you see it, when it's all built up, it's too late. You miss the boom. So there's other areas that's doing the same exact thing. And I'm going to tell you one tonight. You can go and look it up yourself. It's happening in Arizona. It's happening in Texas. It's happening in Georgia. It's still happening in Fulton County. Oh, God. South Fulton County, they got a $10 billion complex coming. 20 minutes away from the airport, heading south, there's a $10 billion complex coming. But we don't know. We don't be known. So the people that own that land that gets in the way of the $10 billion build out that they want to build out, what do you think is going to happen? I'm just telling you what I know. And I so much want for us to win. Only way to win is to be a participant, to be active, get out of the sidelines. Sure. See, when I start saying $10 billion complex, you feel like $10 billion complex. Well, that's out of my range. I lose again. I didn't tell you to go spend $10 billion. That's not what I said. I said for you to identify an area that has movement that could be a growth pattern. Now, all you have to do is scale that down. Sure, you can't compete with major corporations. You missed that opportunity. But now you have to find out, where could I get in? Where does my budget allow me to scale that same thing that Ray just explained? Where does my budget allow me to fit in that? Because there's a placement or a point for everybody's budget. You just have to identify it. How do I know that? Because I've identified markets that start as little as $1,500 and markets that go all the way up to $10 billion. Just facts. Comment the word saw you. Come spend 3 whole days with the Acre Boys at our 3-day land flipping challenge. So when we have these events, like, you should check out. You should find a way to learn how to play. If you don't know how to play, if you do know how to play, great. Clap, clap, bravo. I'm proud of you. Go play. That's all. I just want you to win. But if you don't know how to play, then you should probably pull up. That's all I'm saying. It's free. I hate the word free. Complimentary. Why do I hate the word free? Because y'all get too used to it and start feeling like people owe you something. That's how we think. Like somebody owe us something. Nobody owe you nothing. And when we do give, we give because we want to give. So if you're in the free crowd or the free mindset, don't pull up. Because I don't owe you nothing. But if you understand, right, that you're going to have to get activated to learn something, then pull up. And we'll be there teaching. We don't hold back on the game. I don't have to be on this live time. I just said I'm gonna give you a place right now for you to go and research. And let me pull up the zip code. I want you to write down this zip code. Let me pull it up. What's the zip code? It's in Arizona. I want you to go study this area, and I'm gonna tell you how to study it. Well, I don't even know if you know how, but I'll tell you. The zip code is 86404. 86404. Head over to Zillow and type in 86404. When you get there, you're going to see $1 million houses, 3.7, 2.5, so on and so forth. However, what you probably don't know is 20 minutes away from those $1 million houses is desert land. That's going 20 acres for 20,000, 40 acres for 35,000. What does that mean? That means you're in the middle of a growth pattern. Because anybody, you don't have to get a brain on this. If you could be 20 minutes away from multi-million-dollar houses, where are they going to go next? And if you know anything about desert land, when they start imparting roads in the desert land and start bringing electric poles out in the middle of the desert, it's for a reason. I'm telling you where to go. If you have money right now, go invest it in that area. In that same $300,000 story that I gave you that turned 300,000 into 4.7, you'll be the next person to have that testimony. Free game. So instead of going out with your homies or your girlfriends to the Chris Brown concert, and it's going to be an amazing concert, but take that money and start to save and do what I just tell you. So I sat over the weekend. I had the privilege to sit with these guys worth $700 million. It's not every day that you sit with people that's worth $700 million. And their testimonial is the same as everybody else's. I had an idea. I implemented the idea. It worked. It took me 15 years to implement it. 15 years later, it looks genius. So all I'm saying is go have a first date, people. That's it. Because you looking at it when it's all built. We just mentioned Chris Brown. Was Chris Brown when he first started? When his first concert that he ever had, was it good as the concert that you planning on going to see? Everything is the same. It's all the same. You so busy outside looking outside of you that you can't even see that it could be you. You scared to have a day one. You scared to fail. You scared to invest, but you're investing regardless, whether you know it or not. If you work, you're investing. It's just not into you. It's into somebody else's company. Ouch. We know how to spend very well. Not my opinion, just what the data says. We lead the market with spending. How about we reverse that and lead the market with saving? Right now, you can think of 10 people that you could call, 5 to 10 people that you could call to go hang out with, go get a drink, go get a movie, go get some dinner. How many people can you call to say, do an investment or have a savings fund with me? Let's go plan to buy some land together. How many of those people in your Rolodex? And if that number isn't 0, then you should have 0 friends. That's why the circle is airtight. You wasn't with me when I was shooting in the gym. Got a lot of acquaintances, but you better be careful who you calling friends. Can't even invest with me. I will leave that alone. Comment the word saw you. Comment the word saw you. Come get in the room with us. We'll be spending 3 whole days with it. We had a phenomenal trip. We went down to Atlanta. As many of you may know, we're back and forth to Atlanta, from New York to Atlanta, from New York to Atlanta. And we get a lot done in Atlanta. Now, I all know that most people feel all kind of ways about Atlanta, but for us, it works for us. Things just magically happen for us down there. Right? So you go to where it's working at. This is why I'm saying that. If it's Atlanta that's working, shit, then you go to Atlanta. If it's DC that's working, then you go to DC. You go to where it's working at. If it's working. So we went down there, really, really good trip. We're planning to have in-person event in a couple of months. It will be a really good one. I've lined it up already with some dynamic speakers, some high earners in their respective places. So that's what we want to do. We want to bring new things to you, new educational things to you. And these speakers that we have lined up for that event, we're not going to even roll out that event yet, but now we're just talking as people. So that's what our trip embodied. We come back home. We have our 3-day challenge. 3-day challenge starts next week. Please get in the room. Once you get yourself registered, join our Telegram room. Inside of that Telegram room, that's where we all congregate at. That's where we all hover at. We're in that room. You can text us. We drop all pertinent information in that room about the challenge. You need to be involved in this challenge to come and hear this information so you can make some decisions on how you may or may not want to move when it comes to doing the land business. All right. So I'm going to end this call tonight. I'm a little tired. We've been traveling today, so I do want to shut it down early and just get some rest. Jet lag is a real thing. So if you haven't, comment the word saw you now, register now, and mark the calendar. We kick off live next week on Monday. All right, y'all. Peace. Love.